Hey guys, before we get to the video, I want to thank you for 100 subscribers. It has been a great ride this last month. I expected to get to 50 subscribers, at least that was my hope, and we far exceeded that, getting to 100. So our new goal is to hit 250 by the end of the year. So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and please subscribe. Check out the video that's coming up. Are you taking proper care of your Pokemon investment? We're going to get into that in this video. Hey, what is up guys? My name is Brian and you're tuned into PokeTalk TV. Today we're going to be talking about how to protect your Pokemon cards. So we're going to cover what you want to do with your cards as soon as you get them out of a pack, as well as what you want to do with those cards if you're trying to ship them off. Maybe you're selling them to somebody or you're sending them off CGC, BGS, or PSA to get graded later on down the line. Alright, first things first, if you get a valuable card, maybe it's a nice hit, a rare reversed card that you like because it's the Pokemon that you like, or it's a V-Star, V-Max, an EX, a GX, a full art, alternate art, any of those kind of cards. You really want to protect those because those are the cards that are valuable. The bulk cards like the commons, the uncommons, the energies, all that stuff is basically worth pennies or less. You don't really want to be worrying about protecting that. This little C-Dot is obviously not a valuable card. It's just a basic little card out of Lost Origins. But for an example, we're going to use this card. So the absolutely most important thing you need for your valuable cards is a penny sleeve. Now this penny sleeve is from Voltex. This video is not sponsored by them. It's just their products are what I use. You're going to see a few of them throughout this video, but this is just your regular Voltex soft sleeve. So what you want to do with your card, let's say you pull a Charizard V out of one of the sets. So you just put your card in there, it slides in there, and now this card is protected. Now it's got all these edges and the corners are protected. Now if you just keep this card loose or on a shelf or something like that, obviously you have the risk of dust and other particles kind of coming in here. Is there a sleeve inside this sleeve? Anyways, you have a chance of that kind of stuff coming in, so there's an additional layer of protection I like to recommend. That additional layer I like to recommend is a inner sleeve. So this is an exact fit inner sleeve, also from Voltex. What I like to do with these sleeves is I'll actually put the card in upside down here in this sleeve, kind of push that down in there. And now that bottom is not safe or not protected properly, but what I then do is I take my penny sleeve and I slide it in that way. Now this card is protected basically on all sides. Even if you were to touch some water, there's not going to be any chance that water gets in there. Obviously, don't put your cards near moisture because it's not good for your cards. But this card is protected. This isn't the last point. Obviously, you do want to put this card somewhere, either for short-term or long-term storage, and that's what we're going to talk about next. Before we get to long-term storage, I kind of wanted to cover one last thing. Maybe you're in a pinch and you need some sleeves. Well, chances are, if you bought an ETB or one of the ultra premium collections or some kind of collection box, you might have gotten some sleeves. So these are the sleeves. These are the Charizard VMAX sleeves from the Charizard UPC, and you can just slide your card in there just like that. Of course, you could put a perfect fit sleeve in there, or you could just keep your card like this. Now this is just a regular old card I got from a pull earlier. But moving on to more long-term storage, so you could take those cards in their sleeves, and you could store them in, let's say, one of those white boxes or one of those shoe boxes, those boxes that have slots and dividers in them for you to store your cards. You could put them there. That's what I recommend doing with your bulk, so your energies, your commons, your uncommons, maybe even your rares if you have a whole ton of those. The only thing I like to put in sleeves and protect further are holos, certain reverses, as well as any of the ultra rare, secret rares, alternate arts, all those, all the cards that are actually worth something that people are chasing when they try to open a pack. But for those kinds of cards, I recommend one of two options. So the first option is a top loader. Now this is great if you want to keep your cards stored in something sturdy. These are fairly rigid. Obviously there is some bend to them, but you're going to have to exert some force to get that. But these top loaders are great. Again, there's brands like Voltex and Ultra Pro that make them, so you can kind of choose whichever one you want to use, but your card slides in there. You can put them with the perfect fit or the exact fit sleeves, or both, and they'll slide in there, and you'll get something like this. So now the card is in a nice hard casing. I am not going to even try to bend this card because obviously it's that Charizard that I want to protect, but you get them like this. Now you can also take this and put it into one of those divider boxes and cover that up, and now you've got protection everywhere. So if you just keep it in a penny sleeve and you've got the top there kind of exposed, but now you've got a cover on it, that's going to protect it from moisture and dust and stuff like that. And you want to keep these things somewhere dark and away from sunlight, for moisture and stuff like that. Another option you have, if you want to maybe save your top loaders and you want some additional protection, you can use team bags. So this is just a regular little team bag I got from an order on TCG Player. It's actually not even the best size, but you can just basically put your top loader in there, and then it's got a little adhesive on the bottom, and then boom. So now that card is even more protected. Now you can put it in the box if you want to. You can put it in a safe. You can put it wherever you want to. Obviously, however much you want to protect it. The other option as far as long-term storage that I can recommend is a binder. So this binder here, this is a Voltex zippered binder. Again, not sponsored. It's just a product that I use and I recommend it. But in this zippered binder, I keep, as you can see there, I keep my, sorry about the glare there, I keep my base set, jungle, and fossil, commons, uncommons, rares, basically everything but the holos. I've got most of those sets actually completed. There are some cards that are missing, especially from the last set there as far as the rares. But anyways, this binder has side loading sleeves. So if I can reach in here, these are a bit of a hassle to get into, at least from the angle that I'm trying to get into it. Anyways, you can get into it like this, and they slide in and out. So these are side loading pockets, so the cards won't come out if you accidentally flip the binder upside down or something like that. And so the ones here, they go out like this, and then these go in like that, so that the cards don't slide out of the sides here. So these are sealed off. That's a great option. Obviously, it's zippered, so it keeps any of the dust out, and you can put your cards in there just in a penny sleeve if you wanted to. Again, don't just put the card in there loosely, unless it's like the commons or the uncommons. Maybe you're doing a master set and you're not super interested in protecting the the less rare and valuable cards, and you could just put those in those sleeves. The sleeves are great, and you could do that. I do recommend for anything else that has value, obviously, if you're going to put them in there, put them in at least a penny sleeve, slide them in there, and that's your long-term storage. So you got the binder, you got top loaders. Next, we'll talk about shipping. Now, let's say you've got your beautiful card. Maybe you want to send off your Charizard or some other card off to a grading company. Now, PSA, BGS, CGC, they're not going to want you to send your cards here in the top loader, because if it's in a top loader here, I'm not going to do it. But you can kind of wiggle whenever it's in a shipping truck or something like that in a box. Those cards are going to move around a lot, and that has a chance for the cards to get dinged and damaged, and of course that's going to lower your grade on your card. So what they recommend and what they require in most cases is some form of card saver. So this is a more flexible, I guess, than a top loader, but it's a more snug fit. So it's actually kind of a pain to get the cards in there, but you want to put them in a penny sleeve. Definitely don't want to put the exact fit and the penny sleeve in there, because then it's just going to be kind of hard to get them out, and then they're going to struggle to get them out whenever they get to their destination. But in a penny sleeve, and you'll just have to work them in here. Now there's a sleeve in there right now. I don't know why that's in there, but it's in there. I think this is just from some order that I got from TCG Player. You can buy these in a pack of about 50 for $5 or $6. Obviously, you can buy bigger ones. Let's say you have a massive order you need to send off to PSA or CGC or BGS, any of those companies. And maybe you sell on eBay or Mercari, or you have an account on TCG Player and you sell. Obviously, for the more valuable cards, this is a great way to ship. If it's something a little less valuable, maybe under $10 or something like that, you can always just use a top loader for those kind of shipments. And I've even received orders where the cards just come in sleeves with sandwiched between two pieces of cardboard. Depending on the value of the card, depending on the quality of service you want to offer somebody, there are your options. With that being said, I hope you found this video informative. I hope you maybe found some new ideas for how you can store and protect your Pokemon cards. Let me know down below if this is something you already do. Do you already keep your valuable cards on top loaders? Do you keep them in penny sleeves? What do you do as far as protecting your cards? And what kind of subject would you like me to cover next? If you want to see some Pokemon openings, there should be a playlist up here. And if you want to see some other Pokemon related content, is it worth it videos or something like that, you should be able to find a link right there as well. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you like the content, and I'll see you next time.